everybody. Welcome to our live event tonight. We're so excited to share with you a little bit more about the amazing things that Plexus Opportunity has to offer. I'm co-hosting tonight with Andrea Snyder. We're going to go back and forth a little bit. I'm going to start by sharing with you guys how I got started in Plexus and how it's changed me and my family's life. I'm a licensed dental hygienist, and I worked in dentistry for almost 10 years. I loved what I did. But towards the end of my dental hygiene career, our office was bought by a big corporation, and it was very much sales driven, and I was miserable at that point. Our daughter was born, and I was on maternity leave, and I was dreading the thought of going back to work. I didn't like how it kind of turned into a sales job, and I just couldn't stand the thought of leaving her in someone else's care during the day, and we were just really praying for an opportunity to come up where I could stay home. Right towards the end of my maternity leave, my husband got offered a job out of state. It was going to be short term for just about a year or so, but it would allow me to stay home with Austin for at least that first year. So like worst case scenario, we move home in a year, and at least I had a year home with her. I very distinctly remember Eric needed a huge pickup truck for the job. He was going to be driving on very back roads during like snowstorms and stuff, so he needed a really heavy duty reliable truck. And there was one on it was a Toyota, but it was on a Lexus dealership lot. So we got our 2-month-old and we rode down to the Lexus dealership to pick up this Toyota truck. And I remember sitting in the office. It was a glass office, and it was overlooking the showroom. And I remember holding Austin, kind of walking with her and watching a lady get in and out of a red, brand new Lexus RX on the showroom floor. And y'all, I was scared. We were having to use every penny of our savings to put down to buy this truck. We hadn't even moved yet, so Eric's income hadn't started coming in from the new job. So we were just going out on faith that we were going to be able to make the monthly payments. He had to have this job, and we were taking this, from the Lord. That's something He wanted us to do. But it took everything in us to take that leap of faith. And I remember watching her thinking, I can't imagine what security you would probably need to have to be able to come to a place like this and buy a brand new Lexus SUV. And it kind of made me even more scared and more uncertain about where our future was going. Well, while we were away for Eric's job, I met a girl who sold Plexus, and I thought she was crazy. I said, there's no way the products are as good as anybody claims they are. There's no way anybody makes any money in network marketing, so no way. I said no for a long time, just flat out no. I finally decided to look into the products just for a reason why I was saying no, and I was blown away. I was excited about what I was finding out and what I was learning, so I decided to try them myself. I had great results, loved the products. I ended up joining as an ambassador because I am the cheapest person in the world, and so I wanted to get the best price. So I did. I started slowly sharing with my family and friends about the products. I was still kind of skeptical, so I knew they worked for me, but I started sharing, and actually Andrea, who's on the call, she'll share her testimony in a minute. When she started getting results, that's when for me, I realized what a huge opportunity that the Lord had given me, and that it was my responsibility to share it with everybody, because I can make a difference, a real difference in people's lives, just by sharing these amazing products. And that's really the foundation of the Plexus Opportunity, is our incredible products. And if you haven't heard about the products yet, go back through our page. There's some information. Get with the person who talked to you or added you to this this group and this webinar tonight, and they can tell you more. They're life-changing, but they're also life-changing from a financial standpoint. In a few months after I joined, I ended up not having to even think about going back to work when we moved home. My husband was able to quit that job early, and so we got to come home early. And we are now a full-time stay-at-home family. Eric has been started an online day trading job. He does it a few hours every morning, mostly because he loves to do it, and that's his passion, but we do Plexus full-time. It has more than tripled what I was making as a full-time dental hygienist. I'm now an Emerald, which is a jewel with Plexus, which is one of the top 3 ranks in the company. It also means that I have a 6-figure a year income, over 5-figure a month income. I have a free Lexus in my driveway. It was so surreal the day I got it. We went back into the exact same dealership that we had been in 2.5 years before. We walked onto the same showroom we had been at 2.5 years before, and I got to drive out of there with my very own brand new RX, just like I had looked at 2.5 years before. When we walked in, I started bawling because it just hit me. The difference in our lives had just how it had changed so quickly and so drastically. Um, that was just really where I just realized what all the Lord had done for us. And I am so excited to get everybody on my team to this point because I know they can all do it. And I know just how life changing the business opportunity with Plexus is. It allows us to be home with our daughter. We're going to the zoo tomorrow when most people are working. So just the freedom that He has given us has been the biggest blessing ever. So Andrea is going to share her testimony and how she kind of got started in Plexus with us.
Hey everyone, my name's Andrea. I am a senior gold ambassador with Plexus. My journey started almost 2 years ago in July. Brittany and I have a mutual friend who tagged me in a post on Facebook. Totally not something I was looking for. I was dealing with symptoms of chronic Lyme disease, extreme fatigue, shortness of breath, brain fog, joint pain, the works, you name it, I had it. We had a little girl that I was trying to be mommy to, and was failing miserably at because I was not well. I spent most of my days on the couch and she did her own thing. She learned to be very independent that way. But I knew I definitely wanted something that was natural. And the day this friend tagged me in Brittany's post, it was about Lyme disease, where this lady said, within 4 months on the Plexus products, she was free of her Lyme symptoms. And I thought, there is just no way. And I remember I always tried to hide, mom tried to hide their weakness, tried to hide that from my daughter. And I remember going to the bathroom, closing the door, getting down on my knees and just praying, Lord, make a way. There has to be something that can change here, something that can be different. And after a week of my husband and I praying about it, we decided to take that leap of faith, just like Brittany said, and just haven't looked back since then. My health has made a complete turnaround. Instead of being that mommy that's on the couch, I'm the mommy that goes out and runs and plays, and we play soccer. And just that was something that I used to always take for granted until suddenly I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't walk the steps. So that was huge for me. Not only that, but we were also dealing with infertility 3.5 years before we found Plexus. As sick as I was, we really wanted another little person in our family. And 6 months after starting the Plexus products, we found out that we were pregnant. That we had, he turned 6 months old yesterday. And when Brittany says about these products being the foundation of our business, I can't even tell you the difference and how life-changing it has been for our family, those products. But also, the business side, like Brittany said too, I'm cheapskate. I wanted the products at wholesale cost as well, as cheap as possible. We were living on one income and had no idea how we were going to fit it. So we took that leap of faith and I signed up for wholesale cost. And little did I know that prayer, whenever I asked God to, just send something, that prayer turned into a business opportunity too. If it wasn't for my Plexus business, we would have lost our farm that we love. I know a lot of people really kind of wrinkle their eyebrows like farm, but we do. And we would have lost that too. So Plexus has been a blessing and an answer to prayer for our finances and for our health. And I just can't say enough good things about it. And I'm with you all tonight.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Andrea. Let me go back to me here. Okay, so I added in the group, if you guys want to, you can go back to the page where I have the link for this. I've added a graphic that looks like this. If you want to follow along with that, you can. It might be a little easier, but if not, I'm just going to kind of run through it. This is our compensation plan. My husband was in another network marketing company years and years ago, and when we were thinking about joining Plexus and maybe doing it to make a little bit of money, I had him look at this thoroughly because, like I said, most network marketing companies don't make much money, so he was extremely impressed with this, and I'm going to tell you why. So there's 11 ways that we get paid. We have the opportunity to get paid every Friday and the 15th of every month. So if you're following along, box 4 in the middle here, the green box, is what we get paid on Fridays. So every time somebody joins your team as an ambassador, and this could be someone who just wants to be a wholesale customer, or it could be someone who wants to work the business, either way, when they join your team and get a welcome pack, which is, I think Andrew will tell you a little bit more about this later. It's just a bundle you can get when you join. You get a bonus. And you get a bonus for people that join your team 4 levels down. So like Andrea is my level 1, and when people join her team, I get a bonus from them, and she gets a bonus from them. So we get those every Friday. It goes from Sunday to Saturday. So everybody who joins your team in 1 week's time, whether it's 1 person or 200 people, there's no limit. You get a bonus for each of those people the following Friday. Everything else in the compensation plan, we get paid the 15th of the following month. So everything that we make here in May, we'll get paid June 15th. Everything we made in April, we'll get paid here in a couple weeks on May 15th. I'm going to start with the red box, number 1, the retail commission. Everything that goes through your website from $100 to $499, we make 15% commission on every month. And that includes your own sales. You even make commissions on your own sales. Everything over that $100 mark, no matter where those sales come from, you make commission on. Now it says from $500 and up, you get 25% commission. What I want to let you guys know is that 25% commission starts over at the original $100. So it erases the 15%, so then you get 25% over all of it, which is very generous. Below that, all your level 1 ambassadors that join, you also earn 15% commission on their sales over $100. And again, that includes their own purchases. Everything that goes through all your level 1s, whether you have 1 level 1 or 500 level 1s, you get 5% commission on that as well. The box below is the preferred customer bonus. There's 2 ways for customers to order. They can be a retail customer or a preferred customer. A retail customer is a higher price point. A preferred customer is a lower price point. And after 3 months of ordering, they get an additional 10% off to make it an even lower cost from that point out. Every time someone orders preferred, we make a bonus on top of commission. And there's one that's incorrect on this box. If you're following along, the triplex combo says $8. It's actually $20. Let's say you have a customer and they'll order the triplex every month. You get a $20 bonus every month on top of the commission that you make. Now, when I said the preferred customer, their price drops after 3 consecutive orders. When their price drops, we're still paid on the higher price point. We are not. Our commission price point does not drop. So that's really great that they do that for us. Okay, I'm going to move over to box number 7. It's the blue box. It's all the way on the right if you guys are following along. This can get a little confusing, so if you have any questions, you can ask. Feel free to ask later in the group, or again, you can ask whoever added you to the group to kind of go over and clarify some of this stuff, because I know I'm going through it kind of quick here. But the pay points. So what the company does at the end of every month, they take whatever the profit was for that month and they divide it in half. Half goes back into the company. The other half they divide by the number of ambassadors. And ever since I've joined, it's been close to, right around $3. So I'm just going to use that as an example. And you get a certain number of points for every single person on your team, every ambassador on your team, 7 levels down. So I know some people are worried. I was worried when I get started. I'm like, nobody's going to join my team. I'm not a salesperson. This isn't going to work. But it's amazing how quickly things start to add up all the ways we get paid. Just as an example, let's say you only have 3 people ever join your team. Your mom, your sister, and your best friend. Only 3 people ever. And let's say they only have 3 people ever join your team. And they could be people that just want to be, wholesale customers, just order the triplex every month. So you have 3, they each have 3, they each get 3. So only 3 people get, everyone just gets 3, 7 levels down. That adds up to almost 5,000 pay points, which at $3 each, that's almost $15,000 a month, every month, just from pay points. That doesn't count the commission that you make. That doesn't count commission on your level 1. That doesn't count your preferred customer bonuses. That doesn't count the welcome pack bonuses. That doesn't count the rank advancement bonuses. That only counts the pay points. $15,000 a month just from you having 3 people join your team, and each of those only getting 3 people, again, 7 levels down. So it does add up quickly. The very top, it just talks about what's required to earn promotions and rank advancements. Those are all listed there. Silver is the first thing that people shoot for. And again, that's when they get 3 people that join their team. You get a one-time $100 achievement bonus. After that, the rank promotions are based on the points that I was just talking about. So to go gold and above, it's an accumulation of points. So to go gold is 100 points, which is roughly 20 people on the team, because your levels 1, 2, and 3, you get 5 points for each ambassador. So that's roughly 20 people. And that's not 20 people that you sign up. It could be 20 people you sign up. But that could be, you have 3 and they have 3 and they have 3. It's anywhere those people come from in your organization. So those are all listed there. The reason there's no one-time achievement bonus for Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond is because they all have a separate pay pool that we get every single month. It's not a one-time. We get that every single month after that. In the middle of the page, the second green box right down here, if you're following along, they do have something called the Fast Start bonus, where if you go gold, which I was just talking about, which is the 100 points, 20 people on your team, go gold and above your first 30 days, all the bonuses are doubled. So if you go gold your first 30 days, you get a $700 bonus on top of all the welcome pack bonuses, on top of everything else. I've had, I think, 3 people on my team do that, and they've all earned over $1,000 a month their very first month. So it's definitely doable if that's something that you decide you want to go for. And whoever your upline is would help you. Your friend that you join under would help you as much as they can do that as well. The last thing on here is the very bottom in the purple. It is the Plexus program that I was telling you guys about. When you get to be an Emerald, you get, there's actually 4 different Plexus models you can choose from. You get a brand new 2016, one of those 4. And then when you go to Diamonds, there are actually 4 larger ones that you can choose from. So that's very exciting. And also when you go Emerald and above, you get to go to Maui every year, Hawaii every year for free with your family. So if we're going in September for the first time, it's going to be amazing. But that's our compensation plan. Again, I know I ran through it really quickly, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in our group or whoever added you to it. So Andrew's going to go over some frequently asked questions that we get from people who are thinking about joining, not really sure. So she's going to go over those with us.
Okay, so I'm going to go over, like Brittany said, some frequently asked questions. Brittany can tell you that for a week solid before I decided to join, I asked every single question in the book. And probably the first one that I asked is, what is the backup order? Because you always hear, well, you have to have your backup order set. Okay, so what is a backup order? What's the purpose of it? The backup order would be what I would consider maybe a security net for you for earning commission. If you want to earn commission and earn a paycheck from Plexus, that backup order needs to be in place. That's just going to make sure that you have your 100 PV go through your website that month so that you're qualified to earn that. So you want to make sure that's turned on. Otherwise, you're not going to be qualified to earn commission. It's not a big deal if you order your own products. If you have customers ordering products, that order's never going to ship to you. So it's not something that you need to panic over or really worry about. It's just kind of that security net I talked about. Another question would be, and this might have been the first one I asked, how much do I have to order a month? 100, each product has a monetary value and also a points value, which is just a little bit less. Like the triplex combo that we recommend to everybody, monetary value is $109. Points value is 101. So if you order the triplex combo each month for yourself, qualified to earn commission. You don't have to worry about that backup order. You're not going to have to worry about ordering anything else if you don't need it. But 100 points must go, or 100 PV must go through your back office to remain active or commission qualified. And like I said, it can be from your order or it can be from a customer order. Your customer does that as well. We do always recommend that you be a product of the products. So we always recommend that you're ordering your own products as well. But even if you only need, say a slim this month, your customer orders can take up the rest. So it's really forgiving there. Another fun part, compensation plan wise, you also earn commission on your wholesale products too. So what I order family in wholesale prices in a month's time, I'm earning, which is pretty wild. How much do I have to sell per month? This is basically the same thing as what I just talked about. You still, just that 100 PV is what has to go through your back office. You can remain an active ambassador and just have that triplex combo each month, and you're going to stay active. It's just that 100 PV that needs to go through there. You can sell as much as you want, though. We have a lady on our team that had over 7,000 PV last month that she pulled in sales, and she earned 25% on that. So stop and think about that for a second, and what a difference that commission check for your family. That would be huge. What if I don't get 100 PV? This is pretty easy. If you don't get 100 PV, always find a friend, find a customer, that would be interested in trying the products themselves. If you aren't going to need products, you can always go in and turn that backup order off for a month, and then turn it back on the next month whenever you're ready to get started up again. It's not a big deal. There's no penalties, no fees for that. So you're good there. Are there any hidden costs? I love this one because no, the answer is no, there are no hidden costs. That $34.95 annual membership fee is going to cover your website for the full year. Like I said, if you need to turn off your backup order, if you're not going to have an order going through this month, there's no penalty fees for that. Just the answer is no. There's no extra penalty. There's no extra fees, which is really exciting. Plexus, like Brittany says, is done like network marketing should be done. It is done with. They are there for us, and they're looking out for our best interests, and I just love that. What makes Plexus different? I had tried a couple different marketing companies before, was always trying to find that brilliant thing that's going to let me stay home with my kids. And the majority of them meant I had to leave my house. I had to do sales. I had to have parties and inventory. Plexus is different. Plexus is, we help others. We're sharing with others. I don't know if y'all can hear that. There's a lot of racket going on in the background right now. But we make a difference. Just like Brittany posted that mail the one day and somebody tagged me in it, Brittany earned money because she shared with me and because she made a difference by sharing that. So it's really exciting to be an ambassador. And like I said, no parties that you have to go and do, no inventory that you have to keep. We're paid 11 different ways, like Brittany said. And as a Plexus ambassador, we get paid to make a difference. I just can't even, say that enough. It's mind blowing, that they pay us to do this job. But that's what makes Plexus different. And hopefully majority of the frequently asked questions, if not, feel free to post them on the page as well.
Thank you you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I hope this answers a lot of your questions at least. If not, feel free to ask us, post in the group, contact the person who added you. We would love to see each of you on our team soon. We have huge, amazing things planned in the works coming up. There's been amazing growth, so many lives changing. We're just having so much fun, and we want everybody to be a part of it. So you guys have a great night, and thank you for tuning in. Bye, everybody.
Bye.